Hello, welcome to theartclasses.com. Today I am going to show you some tips and tricks on how to draw a default pose or how to make them look natural. And the default pose is really important because you will use this a lot in character design, not just drawing figure. So character design, if you put them in a default pose, usually you don't put the character design in the action pose or anything that will make the character design looks off or foreshortening. So you most likely you put them in the standing pose, but you have to make sure that a good, nice standing pose is done well so that it will serve the purpose of the character showcase, right? So so this was part of June Patreon. The whole video is about 50 minutes or almost an hour, but I'm just gonna show you a few tips and technique on how to make them well. So first of all, you would want to have some sort of a S curve or C curve. So basically you will start off with either if your pelvis going this way, then your shoulder would going that way. It's kind of opposite. So if it's tilt one way, then this would tilt the other way. So if this tilt up, then your pelvis got to tilt the other way. So it would create, and then your head would probably tilt this other way. So it would create like a nice S curve. So in this case, the weight distribution will come in here, and that leg would kind of lock in so that it would create the force, and that's why the pelvis on this side is pushing up. And this one's a little more relaxed. So if you can like draw the whole pelvis, but it's a lot easier to see if you putting this horizontal line, so you can know like which way your shoulder blade, your collarbones and your pelvis or hips are going. So this one's a little more relaxed if you look at the bone, and usually the femur bone or the thigh bone is curved. But to show the force, I use a straight line instead. So this one gonna have more force, and this one is gonna be more relaxed. As you can see, like the more relaxed nature of this leg, right? Same thing as this one here. The pelvis is going up, and this one receive more force. And if you use straight line, you see the shape of the leg is almost like a taper down arrow, except you add a little bit of a calf muscle there. And another tip is always think of when it's standing, you're standing on a platform. And because if you look at it, everything's going into the horizontal line perspective, right? So depends, this one horizontal line probably this way somewhere here. So it's not, think of everything in terms of three-dimensional, because you're gonna be able to use that to your advantage when you're making a default pose or a good standing pose. So make sure your heel is planted, right? And then when you draw, these two heels are planted on the floor, and same as this, right? So planted on the floor, and just imagine that there's a platform there. So that's a good tip and trick to lower down your, to make sure that your foot is planted on the floor. Once in a while you do this pose that have and the weight distribution, the weight usually put the 50% on the one that the foot that are having more force, 70%, and the one that are more relaxed is about 30%. And you see the pelvis on this one, and then in this first one you have like the body kind of facing the similar direction or the same direction. This one, the top and the bottom are on a different direction, and this one is body twisted to the right side of the screen, and the pelvis twisting on to the left side of the screen, which create, and this head is kind of going this way. It's kind of create a nice, if you look at the neckline, right, natural arc of the S. Also, another tip to making a nice twist and turn, you don't have to twist that much, you just twist slightly a little. So think of your body or torso and pelvis, kind of draw the box in there later, so you can measure, okay, this is the front face of the body, that's the front face of the pelvis. Usually on female, you have a lot of twist on the hips and torso ratio, or pelvis and torso ratio. And on male, I would do the torso a little bigger. This will go in depth into the level 2 Patreon tutorial. The full tutorial, this one doesn't, it's not on Patreon anymore since it's already released, so you can get it on Gumroad. I'll have the link down below. So as I said, the first one, your torso is facing one way, and this one, to give it a nice curve twist, is you have this one facing this way, pelvis facing this way, so it's give it a little more natural arc. And also, like I mentioned before, if you think about three-dimensional space, all the limbs are going to be used to convey those three-dimensional space. For instance, you will notice that these legs, the knee is coming a little bit forward, right? And this knee is coming down. So it's kind of, you have a little bit up in there, not too much. And these legs are going straight down. You draw it on a side view, right? So you can use a contour line to help. Once you design a character already, you probably want to add something like maybe gun holster or boots or something. And this one's going down, so you can see the top part of the contour line. So basically, all this will help you convey. And the arm, especially if the arm is going backward in space, then you can use this contour line to help. And I'll go a lot more in detail on the tutorial that have a longer one. And then if it's straight down, you have to see which part of the cylinder you see. Would you see the top or the bottom? In this one, you see the top part of the cylinder, and in this one, you see the bottom part of the cylinder. So it's kind of helping you, giving the direction of. And another tip is the neck. So it's basically will be written in here. So these are just important tips. Make sure that your collarbones, the neck and the collarbones always, or the front part of the chest, gonna always be lower than the back part, because the back part you got this trap muscle, so it's always taller, and it's always kind of look like a diamond shape, and your neck will coming from inside. And that's all. Also be careful, the arms always coming onto the side of the body, and then the muscle on the front, which is the pectoral and all that stuff. So anyways, there'll be a lot more stuff, like how to make sure your feet looks right, and your hand and everything, and your face. I always make the cross shape, so you make sure that which direction of the face looking, because it's also important to add that element of just a little bit of the face turn to kind of make it look like an S curve, right? And or the C curve. And this one, weight distribution is equal, because both of your legs are stretching equally. And when you stand on the side, usually you have this natural arc of the S, and then your legs kind of going this way, and then your center of gravity kind of pushing forward and then downward. And then you can also apply some sort of a little more higher platform for your feet to plan on. If you have, like, say, imagine this floor and this one's a little higher, so that will also help with the character design. So all of these are really important to make into the character design, because you're gonna have to put them in the natural pose, but you don't want it to be stiff, because if it looks stiff, then a lot of people who are really, if you're making portfolio, then people can tell right away if your character looks stiff, or if the stand doesn't look right, the weight distribution is wrong, or anything like that. And they are really important. You don't need to put the character design into the action pose. I mean, you will, if in terms of illustration, you can put them in different poses or something like that. Also, in this month, I'm on Patreon, I'm going to release the walking, and it's a lot cheaper on Patreon, because at this level 2 it's only like $3. But if you're going to go download on Gumroad later on, it will be like maybe 5 or 7, I'm not sure, maybe 9. But level 2 this month we're going to do walking and running, and also I'm going to explain like how to make the pivot point and all that. And also the old one will have a drawing and painting face tutorial. So when you getting a really good stance, it will also help you making light drawing a bit better, so you can have the economy of the lines and how to lay out a certain way of how the body would work. And this is a 3-minute gesture drawing. So alright guys, I hope this video is helpful, and yeah, you can go to patreon.com/ziateptara to get the next one, but in this one will be on Gumroad, so you can find chapter 1 of a basic drawing. So I'm gonna continue doing chapter 1, chapter 2 on just the basic stand pose, action pose, which is coming this month, walking and running, and a bunch more on the basic painting tutorial and the basic figure drawing from your head. So you're gonna do this without using much reference, or you use reference, but then you can maybe modify how to make a modification of your reference and make it look good by adding like weight distribution, you know, where the body twists and turn and all that. Alright guys, thank you for watching the video. I think today I'm kind of a little late. I was supposed to upload it last night, but I didn't get the time to do so. And again, this full tutorial will be on Gumroad, which is it's going to be about a little more than 50 minutes, almost to an hour. So I'm going to show you how to start the underdrawing from the beginning to finish, and how to get this down to all these minimum lines. So this is not quite a finished drawing, but it's good enough to before you apply character or the design on top of it. So it's going to be like a template, and then I'll show you how to break down the body part and all those kind of stuff. So this one will be on Gumroad. It's already there, so you can just go there and download it if you want to. Also in this month on Patreon, I'm going to show you the drawing from running and walking, and then there's going to be a little bit more on action pose and how to on the male proportion, natural stance also. And then you're gonna have these breakdown of a running pose and all that stuff. Alright guys, well, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys on Saturday for the QA. Okay guys, thank you for watching the video, and here are all my Patreon. That's now it's increasing, so thank you very much you guys. This is from level 4 and up. So thank you Cubinator, Sebastian, Roberto Herb, Hanuman, John Holloway, Antonio Hernandez, John Saipos, Doug Terrell, Steve Young, Hassan Ali, Paul Castle, Dominique, Samuel, Gary, Leon, Jeff Savage, Vilas, Richard, Luna, Nera, Eric, Austin, Gui, Hammer, Tom, Angel, and Joris. So thank you very much. These are the level up and Patreon supporter on July. And if you're interested, I release a pretty cool video on Patreon every month. And you can go just follow it on Patreon. You see me post an image every week. And again, video tutorial downloadable giveaway on Instagram, instagram.com/ziateptara. So if you want a tutorial, premium tutorial download of your choice, I'll give it away every week. And tablet giveaway is still going on. So you just become a subscriber on YouTube. And then I'm just gonna randomly select you guys each month. Have a good day or night or whatever, wherever you are. Okay, bye bye.